Hey everybody, I'm back. Doing a couple of videos today because the weather's nice. It's a little bit overcast, but we're in the 60s. It's the 8th of January. Being up from Illinois in the past, I gotta tell you, don't ever want to go up north again. But I'm doing a video because I haven't done this area yet. So if anybody out there knows me, or even if you don't know me, if you're wondering, this person's insane because all he talks about is sabals and he's got a lot of sabals, you're absolutely correct. We have probably 150 or so in the ground, and if you saw the inventory I have in the garage, probably going to put a lot of that in the ground as well. But one area I haven't shown you, which is, as my wife likes to laugh at me, is the blades of grass that I have. Since I plant things very small, I'm a believer, a big believer, in that, especially sabals, if you can get them in the ground young, get them to get through a couple of your winters to experience the cold, you're going to have a hardier palm in the future. So just to give you an idea of an area I have this, here's the back of our lot, our nature trail, and I got this long hedge of sabals, of Birminghams and Minors and Brazorienses. But this area that you haven't seen yet, which I kind of made last year, actually, let me show you over here. If you see the border, our black border over here, this is a property line with our neighbor right over here at the flags, all the way up. So between our black border and the flags, I have a long run of area, and it goes basically all the way up there, all the way. But what you'll notice is you don't see much right now. I can show you a little bit of the craziness that I did last spring. And let me just tell you that none of this had any protection with the cold that we just had, that 10.6 degrees or whatever it was. So here's a regular palmetto. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill palmetto that I got a couple years ago. This guy actually looks pretty dang good. This is old. This is all last year's damage. But he's looking really, really good. The palmetto, I have a regular minor. I have a Louisiana. I have another minor. I have a yucca. This is a Sabal Minor, I believe a Tamaulipas, I want to say. This is just a regular Texas minor. This is kind of where you're going to say, I probably went a little bit overboard. Texas minor, a Louisiana, a Birmingham right over here. This one, I can't even believe it, but this particular crop of Birminghams I got, I actually spear pulled a couple of them. So I will transplant this guy into a pot, and 6 months later he'll be fine again, just like the other ones. That is a Texas minor. A rose, actually, that I have. A black Berniana, I want to say. Another black Berniana. What you'll notice is, people who tell you that you can't plant a sabal in the wintertime, and I've been told that so many times and yelled at by so many people. This may burn, but you know what? This guy's tiny. Literally bought these seeds, I don't even know, spring of last year, maybe summer. Planted this guy not long ago, and whatever was above ground kind of got, a frying. It'll turn brown, by the way. But all the new growth is green. He's fine. Don't be afraid to plant your sabals in the wintertime. In fact, great time to do it. Don't listen to all the conventional logic. This is an old Louisiana, and a lot of the damage that you see here, actually, all the brown, really isn't from the freeze. This is actually from the drought of last year. We had a awful drought, as you guys know, in Texas, and it was really dry, and I just literally couldn't keep up. My hose and my time and stuff just couldn't do it. So some of this stuff kind of got a little bit beaten up. Here's another Louisiana. No problems. Sabal Minor. This was planted as a 2-gallon maybe. Has been neglected, but is happily growing. This is another 2 or 3-gallon minor, maybe, was neglected, happily growing. It's a prickly pear that my boys found in the woods and transplanted. This thing will be fine. This is their favorite. Another agave. As you can tell, I have a usual pattern here. So a minor, another minor, a yucca rostrata actually. This is an Emerald Isle Giant that I got from my buddy. This is James. If you're watching, James, I appreciate it. This one actually spear pulled as well, which is kind of interesting. I have no doubt that come the spring, he'll be fine. But that was kind of odd. What else? You keep going down the line. I got Tamaulipases in here. I have Louisianas. I have Birminghams. I will tell you, every single Chamaerops that was unprotected, absolutely fried, completely spear pulled. Every single one. Minus one crazy one I have up front that didn't even turn brown, and it is already actively growing. Another Tamaulipas. This was a 3-gallon Texas Minor, I believe. This guy looks awesome. Love it. Can't wait. It's going to line the property right here with myself and my neighbor. This is just going to be a sea of, like 2-3 years from now, this is going to be just a sea of minors. And as you keep going, another Chamaerops that completely is just destroyed. Another minor, happily growing. Another minor, and another minor. So anything on this property line, in this flowering bed, I will tell you, that didn't make it is going to turn into a minor, a black Berniana, a Defuniac, a bald head, one of my 15 minor ecotypes, but I'm just going to have as many minors here as possible. So I'll do an update video over time just to kind of show you how big this is going to be and what it's going to look like. I got some pretty high hopes that I have a lot to plant in the spring. Probably 7 or 8 Chamaeropses that I got to get pulled out, a couple other things. So this is going to be transplanted into minors in the early spring. So get ready for that, and I look forward to it.